So now we're going to move on and we're going to try out the Capri Tools 12500 Charlie. I don't think that's going to focus, and it is kind of a little bit worn on the part number. But this 1/2" drive ratchet, I'm going to take our 1 5/16 1/2" drive socket, and well, I happen to have a very, very, very large handle extension over here and a semi-truck right over here. So we're going to see what we can do. Now, some people might call this sadistic. Well, it's like I said earlier on, I think it's going to prove a point on a couple of things, some of the stuff I've been discussing with Capri Tools on their ratchets. And yeah, actually, I've beaten this thing quite a bit over the past year, so I'm curious to see if it'll do what I think it's going to do over there. So let's get some camera footage turned around and see if she'll hold up. Well, we have our semi-truck. As you can see, none of these lug nuts have been messed with. Yes, these are 33mm or 1 5/16. This truck hasn't even been washed as of yet. You can see by some of the road grime on there. So, she's a working truck, fresh off the road. Now, how we're going to do this one is, as you guys saw with our Harbor Freight, I've got this 40-inch long 3/4" drive that extends out. Make a little cheater pipe. Now, granted, most people say, well, that's kind of cheating. Well, if you have a 3/4" ratchet, let's be realistic, you're going to use a 3/4" ratchet if you're able to, or, well, you're just going to straight up use an impact. It is what it is. But as far as an 1 5/16 socket that I use on my impact anyways for lug nuts on the trucks, it is what it is. But I do also know that my weight at the end of this, without bouncing, so a steady pressure of my own personal weight at the end of this, equates to about 505 to 510 foot-pounds of pressure. And these get torqued on about 475-ish with their torque rod, so somewhere between 475, 500-ish. So we're going to see if we can get one of these lug nuts to break free, or see if the ratchet will hold up at least to the 500 pounds, or if 500 pounds is too much. I know it's a lot right off the bat, but let's see what a $25-ish ratchet will do here. We'll just get right there. She is engaged. And I'd have to get another click on that, or two. There she goes, or three. Okay, so yep, there's 500 foot-pounds. Give her a bounce. More clicks. And Oh. Well, still works how it's supposed to, and it'll hold up to that. So we're going to stick this back on. We got to step it up a notch. So as we obviously saw, this with a long extension and our cheater pipe, if you will definitely undo wheel nuts off of a semi truck and hold at least 510 foot-pounds of torque bouncing on it from an end. It was like kind of the longest cheater pipe I had, but either way, it proved it worked. And then, so if at first you don't succeed, try again. Now we've proven that this, well, this is supposedly rated for around the 550 foot-pound mark, and we're gonna go ahead. Hooked it up. Got a 3/4 inch short nut combo here for a 1 1/8" socket. Stick her in the vise and see if 535, 550 foot-pounds ish of impact torque will have any effect. I'm thinking it's not. What do you guys think? Put that down in the comments below and we'll see. Well, I was about to stick this in the vise. Focus. And it's still gonna go in the vise. You see that? We bent the handle on that. How about that? Let's get this to focus. Yeah. We bent the handle. And it's still going. So the handle will bend at the neck at about, well, like I said, 500 some odd foot-pounds, but it still got the job done. Anyways, back to where we were at. Alright, so in standard fashion, we've got everything here all together. We're going to go ahead, hold this in the on position. Got this maxed out at 3, and we're going to see if she'll go. Oh boy, she's getting warm. Alright, so for those of you that aren't seeing that, let me go get a marker quick. Alright, so the direction we're trying to go is that way. However, we're getting kickback. I'll put a line right here, and a short one, and a medium one. So see how our progression is going, because it looks like it's kicking it back. She's getting hot. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and put some slow-mo in here of what it was actually doing. And that got warm. That's warm. The head is pretty warm. This is holding up. Let's take a close look at the anvil there. Yeah. Well, no less wear and tear than what was already there. Switch still goes. Still There's that. We're still good. Got to bump it up a notch. All right, now we're back, and we know that forward impact of this on max supposedly around like 850, 900 foot-pounds, and well, if I try it in reverse, it's just gonna unscrew this. So put that back in. Now we've got our arrow and everything else already lined up. I got my mitten on just in case. Alrighty, boys. There it is on max. Let's see what happens. Woo! Hot! Well, it was holding up quite well. She finally bit the dust. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to strip down the internals real quick and take a look at those and see what all we found. But yeah, I'd say she's a winner. Because to be honest, Snap-on I think is probably going to be the one thing that might beat this one. And well, because I already know what it takes to break one of those. But anyways, there's that. Whew. Man, talk about holding up. I mean, even though we did bend it in the first test, I can live with that. And yeah, in fact, it took it a little while before this thing finally did it in. $25 Ratchet, folks. Wow. Dang. All right, so let's see what we got here. Okay. Grab a magnet. Too strong a magnet. Urgh. All right. So there's the faceplate. There's, yeah. Wow. There you have it. And it was still ratcheting, but not as good as she could. But man, did she ever take a wallop. Let's check our pawl. Oh wow. Well, we had a little bit of damage to the pole, but nowhere near as bad as what I had figured. So whatever they used for their batch mix on these guys, it was a good steel. I'm impressed. Wow. Yeah. And heck, even if you had just a tiny little file, you could clean that up and reuse it. And then of course the switch. And that's where they do offer a lifetime warranty. I'm gonna keep using this guy. So I got some ratchets to rebuild, obviously, as you can tell. But man, look at how well that held up. Wow. There's that one. They did a good job with this ratchet, so yep.